Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you this amazing double stacked pull through braid, and I'm super excited because this braid is amazing. It looks really intense, but the technique is actually really simple. It just takes a little bit of work. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Julie Christine. I teach hair and makeup videos here on YouTube every week. We are going to be using extensions today for this style. If you don't have them, that's okay. You can do it without it. But this mannequin, like a lot of people, even though her hair is really long, the ends are really thin. I'm gonna take a parting near the center of her head and clip that out of the way. I'm gonna be stacking extensions today. So I have two 3-piece wefts and one 2-piece weft. I'm gonna go right near the parting, second 3-piece, and then the 2-piece right in the middle. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna let this down and we're gonna start with a half ponytail. So I'm pulling up in this ponytail all of the extensions that we've put in so far. We're gonna be working with 2 sections here and then we're leaving 2 sections out on each side. So just take a nice parting right in front of the ear. Same thing on the other side. For this portion, we're gonna be adding even more extensions because this piece of hair is thinner. So I'm going to be doing 5 wefts. I'm putting these wefts as low as possible. All I want is enough hair to be able to clip them into. The reason you want them as low as possible is because the lower you go, the longer the extension is going to be. Okay, now that this is much thicker, we're gonna let down the section right above it. Now I'm gonna gather all of this hair into a fairly low ponytail, and I really like these ponytail holders. I'll link them below for you guys. They're so much easier to work with when you're doing really long hair. You hook it in and then just wrap it around. It does not matter that the extensions are showing because this is totally gonna cover it. We're gonna start doing our first pull through braid. So we are gonna divide this right in half. Split your top section right in half again. Make sure they're even. And then we're gonna pull this bottom section through and pin it out of the way. I'm using clear rubber bands because she's a blonde. And I'm gonna combine those two into a ponytail. Now I'm gonna pull the braid apart and I'm just taking the outside edges and pancaking it out. This is gonna be the base of the braid, so I want it to be really wide because this top braid is gonna be another pull through braid on top. So if you don't do this one big enough, it will not show. Now we're gonna let this top section down, split it in half again, and then pull this one through and clip it up. Again, combine it with the rubber band. Again, I'm gonna pull the sides. You can see I am only grabbing the very outer edge of the hair and pulling that out just enough so that it's not see-through. The majority of the hair is being left straight. I'm doing that to conserve length. The more when you're pulling on this hair, it's shortening it down at the bottom. Like I said earlier, honestly, this braid isn't difficult. It's just time consuming. You just have to take your time to visually get it looking how you want. If you have any questions about the technique of this braid, leave them down below and I will answer. Okay, how awesome does this look already? It looks like a mermaid tail. When I get to this bottom, I'm just gonna take this top little tail and back comb it a little bit, fluff it up, and the bottom does not look weird anymore. All right, this is our top section. I'm going to bring this into a ponytail too, maybe an inch above the other one. I'm gonna cover this rubber band by wrapping a small section of hair around it. The reason we left the sides out is to just blend in this disconnect. So I'm gonna take my first side section, comb it down, and then just fan it out, pin it right under that ponytail. Like if I can, I'm putting my bobby pins right under the ponytail. All right, see how that totally just made that look really seamless, and then this is gonna be puffy and cover that area too. All right, comb it downward and then fan it out. Okay, so just like before, we're gonna do another pull through braid, but we're gonna be doing this one a little bit different. So split it in half, make sure these are equal. Let the top section divide it in 2. And pull the bottom one through and clip it up. This is how I hide these strands. I'm just going to incorporate them at the bottom of this pull through braid. Pull this one out. We are not going as wide as our bottom. And instead of being so flat, this one's going to be a little bit more puffy, like a little bubble. Okay, we are gonna add more extensions. I want to extend this braid. A lot of times what happens with this top braid, since we're making it so puffy, is it shortens it. Every time we pull, it's gonna shorten the bottom. And so what happens is you end up with like an awesome long bottom braid, and then this one cuts off like mid braid, which does not look as awesome. Okay, so I'm working with these onesies. It's just a single clip. They're easiest. I'm gonna stack 2 or 3 of them together. We're gonna continue like normal. We're gonna split the top right in half, fold the bottom through, clip it up. I'm gonna bring these 2 together, and then in the back, I am going to attach them, stack them one on top of each other. Now we're gonna add our rubber band like normal. Other than that, we're just gonna continue like normal. When I get to the end of this braid, I'm going to stop doing this one and I'm going to tuck it inside. You can use the topsy tail if you want. On braids like these where there's a lot going on, I don't like it just to be tied off at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how I polish the end. Again, we're just going to back comb. I'm going to add these straight bobby pins. They're hairpins instead of bobby pins, so they will not smush your style. So you're going to go into the parts that will be hidden. Just pop that little guy in. You only need like 3 or 4 of them. You don't have to go in every section. I push it back, and then I push it down. That way it is hidden inside the braid. Hairspray is my secret weapon for braids. I like to go through when I'm done and clean up all these frizzies. All right, so I am just gonna go through and spray each section, and after it's wet, just smooth down these little flyaways. I seriously love this braid so much. I hope you guys liked it too. Please tag me on Instagram if you recreate it. If you have any questions about what we did today, go ahead and leave them in the comments. See you next week.